Hey Geek Say What fans, JPG here with Loren Lester, voice actor and actor extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time with us, by the way.
Well, thanks for asking.
Oh, and we're always really worried whenever we have to ask, like people like you in order to get these sorts of interviews. I think we still have those, it's like that don't meet your heroes sort of idea as well. Because especially, I'm a huge fan of Nightwing, and over 90 episodes of our podcast, we've actually spoken about this. My first question is, getting to voice both Robin and Nightwing, did you get to put any sort of like your own personality spin on them? Because the character is pretty well defined. So what sort of character traits did you get to put in? What sort of character traits do you get to, I guess, identify with Robin and Nightwing?
Well, the really fun part of the evolution of the character, because it started off, it was both Dick Grayson. It started off as Dick Grayson as Robin, then Dick Grayson to Nightwing, is that I got to evolve not only as the character, but also as the voice. So when I was Robin, I was, he was a sidekick. He was always asking questions, always looking for guidance, like, Batman, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? How do we get out of this maze? That kind of. And then when he became Nightwing, he was his own man, and so he was an equal to Batman. So I kind of lowered my voice, and I started sounding actually a little bit more like Kevin sounds as Batman. So I made that choice. So it was a lower, I know how to get out of this maze, Batman. You don't need to tell me. That kind of. So, and the original voice was very influenced by Burt Ward, because I grew up with that show. So I heard his voice in my head the way that a lot of people tell me they hear my voice in their head. I have a good friend who wrote the Nightwing comic books, Kyle Higgins is his name, and he said when he wrote the books, he heard my voice in his head. So when you hear that voice in your head, it really kind of translates into how you perform the character.
Oh, great. Now, you've gotten to voice many different pop culture icons. I mean, Robin, Nightwing, Iron Fist for a little bit, Hal Jordan.
Yes.
Barbecue.
That's right, Barbecue.
I was wondering, did you ever have like a list, like a dream team of like pop culture icons that you wanted to play?
Oh, that I wanted to play?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in a time when there were still silent film actors alive, and a lot of the tough guy actors from the film noir era. So, of course, I always dreamed of, being one of those silent film comedians or being, one of the film noir tough guys. And I've had a chance on camera to play detectives and FBI guys, and I've really enjoyed that because it harkens back to that, how I grew up with that. And I've got to play some very silly, very, very funny, silly stuff a la the great silent comedians. So
that's all right. Now, when it comes to voice acting in general, did you have any inspirations? Did you have any like voice acting heroes?
Well, there was only one voice actor growing up, and that was Mel Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like the guy, and he did all those voices. So, before I even conceived that I would be involved in voiceover, you look to him as the ultimate, person. And not that I dreamed of doing all the voices one day, but God, if I could just, aspire to that would be great. So I think everybody did. I think everybody aspired to be Mel Blanc. And then when I started working at a time when I got to meet all these great voice people who had been around for a long time, and they were great mentors and great inspirations to me. Like, one guy right over here is the next booth. This guy, Michael, come here. Michael, come here. You have to bend down to get in here.
Oh, I've heard that before.
This is in fact.
Is there a job in this?
This is in fact Michael Bell. This is one of the guys. So I was talking about how when I first started, and I was doing those early shows like G.I. Joe, I was mentored by and looked up to all of you guys who've been doing it for quite a while, because he was asking, like, is there somebody that you looked up to? And I said, well, first there was Mel Blanc, and then it was like you guys. It was like you and who else? It was Peter Cullen and
Welker,
Jack Angel.
Yeah,
all those
the
guys
that were doing it.
Yeah.
That's funny. And I looked up to Mel Blanc even though he was shorter than me,
Yes.
I looked up to Mel Blanc and got a chance to work with him finally, which was really exciting. And I didn't yell out, "Hey, I'm better than Mel Blanc,"
I hope not.
because I took a role from him.
Oh, you did?
He said, "Why don't you try this?" Noel Blanc said, "Why don't you try this, Dad? It's an East Indian thing." And then Mel wasn't doing it, and I played the young kid. You know, one of those things that. And he said, "Michael, why don't you try it?" And I thought, I looked at Mel. He's asking me. He's not asking me. So Mel said, "Try it. Go ahead, do it." I said, so I did the thing like that. And he said, "Yeah, but let Michael do the East Indian." And I went, I just took a role from Mel Blanc.
and that was like one of the prime sins to commit. You come in the booth, and everybody used to be in the old days. Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Now you record by yourself. Maybe one other person is there, but we used to all be there. And one of the prime sins was you'd come in, everybody would read through the part, and somebody, not one of the heroic older guys, but the younger guys would say, "I'd like to try that part."
Oh.
That's like.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wait outside for them.
But this happened with Mel Blanc. You weren't even intending
I
that,
didn't
but
know.
he
I
gave
just-
it to you.
Yeah,
It's
he
good.
gave it to
Less
me.
work for him.
Sweet, but anyway,
Of course,
All right.
Mr. Bell.
Thanks, Mike.
Very nice. Thank you so much, sir. And last but not least, for aspiring voice actors, what sort of tips, what sort of encouragement do you think you would give, especially our fans here at Geek Say What?
Well, what people don't realize is that voice acting, it has its own set of skills. You can be a terrific actor, a wonderful actor, have great training as an actor, but not have the specific skills for voice acting. So I would recommend to anybody to take classes specifically. First, take classes on being an actor.
Ah, okay.
Be a good actor first, and then take the skill set you need to do voice acting, which is its own thing. So many people say, "I want to be a voice actor," and they just take the voice acting classes, and they don't actually learn how to be a good actor first. And there's just so many things that are involved in that, character development, things like that. It's essential, very important. And then once you get the skills on top of that, you're way ahead of most people, because most people say, "I want to be a voice actor." And that doesn't work that way. Be an actor first.
Great. Well, Miss Lester, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Call me Loren.
Lauren.
Call me
oh my
Nightwing.
gosh. Nightwing just shook my hand. Thank you very much. I'm JPG from Geek Say What.
Thanks, everybody.
Real
It's a
fast.
girl thing.
Yeah, it's okay.
See? Tell me whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, Alex.
Do I have to do take two? Take two. Hey Geek Say What fans, it's Alex here. I have taken over for JPG. Where did he go? He's gone, just like magic pooped in the air.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go ahead and plug social media really fast. So anywhere the fans can find your work or anything you want them to find of you.
Great. Well, please visit and like my official Facebook page, Loren Lester Facebook page, and also my Twitter handle is ActorLL.
Actor LL.
ActorLL.
I like it.
Thank you.
Now, we always do an ending JPG refuses to do, which is why I took over.
Oh.
So we like to
She
say...
actually killed him.
Don't tell them that. You're supposed to help behind the body. Now they know. Don't look.
Okay.
So we always end it with a big Geek Say What? But he
What do I say?
Geek Say What?
So say Geek Say What.
Yeah,
Okay.
the what has to be big and crazy, and JPG refuses. So.
Okay.
All right, ready? One.
Are we doing it together? Or just
Yeah,
one?
I got you.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Geek Say What? Is that good?
That was perfect. Bye, Geek Say What. Check it later. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Alex.
It was so nice